Hi everybody, welcome back once again to Home Build Happiness. If you've been following this channel for any amount of time, you might be surprised at the fact that I finally got the mop top shaved. I got a good haircut. We also got a TV on the rig. It's almost like we're rich. Nah. This air conditioner behind me, doing a little bit of a review, doing some testing on it. I'm pretty excited about this. It's the #1 item on this channel that I get asked about when we're going through the build of this camper, when we're talking about the battery power and I mention running an air conditioner on it. People always want to know, how are you running an air conditioner on solar? What kind of power does it use? How cold does it get? Does it do a great job at cooling this camper? We're going to crush it today. We're going to give y'all some answers. I did a video when we very first got this, the day I unboxed it. I did a really quick video with our generator. I'm going to post it up here. It's one of the first YouTube videos that I put on the channel. If you like the video, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, if you haven't seen none of the other content, click into it. Click Home Build Happiness, check out the videos. You might find some stuff that you like, and then subscribe. Click the notifications tab. You will get alerted every time a new video comes up. We're traveling. We are actively traveling across the country. We'll give you new content all the time of places we go, things we see, stuff that's going on around us. Let's talk about this air conditioner. It's an LG dual inverter 9500 BTU unit. The model number is going to be listed down here at the bottom of the screen for you. The unit has what's called SmartThink, which is the ability to hook it up to Wi-Fi. So if you have a smart house, if you want to be able to put this online in your home, you can do that. You can control it by your phone. I haven't done that, and unfortunately, I'm unable to test that feature. It does come with a remote. It comes with the ability to work as a dehumidifier, so it does have a drying function. It has a 3-speed fan. It's got an energy saver function, a cooling function. It's got a timer on it as well, and if you hold down the clear button, it does a self-diagnostic mode. Kind of sounds like R2-D2. Check this out. Hey, let me take you through all the functions. Alright, so we're using an energy meter that we just turned on. When the unit is not operating, it still draws 4.6 watts. Alright, so to change the filter, you drop this down. As you can see, it's a little dirty. We have put some hours on this air conditioner. At this point, I would say we're probably well over 500 hours. So we've used it just long enough to be able to say a couple good things about it. You have a power button right here, temperature up and down, fan speed. Here is the sleep mode, timer. This is going to go throughout all of your 4 modes here. This indicates when you're on sleep and timer. If Wi-Fi is active, that'll be eliminated. And then clean filter whenever it senses that it is time for a filter cleaning. So folks, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to explain to you what the deal is with this air conditioner. Why is it upwards of $400? What's a dual inverter? What's that mean to you if you're utilizing it in an off-grid situation? Why does it matter? And is it something you're going to want to buy? Spoiler alert, yeah, even if it's in your house. This thing is great. And there are a couple other brands that make inverter air conditioners, and we had considered the one that you're looking at here. And the reason that we did not go with it is I did not like the form factor of it. I wanted something that I could just cut a simple hole and slide the unit in. So we went with this LG. Why a inverter air conditioner is important and what that means to you. Most air conditioners really don't know what you're trying to accomplish. What they basically do is the compressor kicks on, kicks off, kicks on, kicks off, based on the thermostat. For example, if it's 80 degrees in your house and you wanted to get it to 75, you turn your air conditioner on, the unit knows it's not 75. So it's going to click on, the compressor is going to work at full output till it reaches that desired temperature, and then it's going to click off. Depending on your settings, the fan will either continue to run or the whole unit will just turn off. And then when it comes back up to 76, the unit comes on full blast, down to 75, cuts off. When it gets to 76, it repeats that process. Imagine if it was 80 and you set it to 75, and let's say the compressor came on at full output till it got to 77. And then it stepped down to maybe 50% till it got to 76. And then it stepped down to 25%. And then when it got to 75, instead of the unit cutting off, the compressor just lowered itself down to maybe 5 or 10%. And then it's able to maintain that temperature without clicking on, clicking off, and without having to run at 100% load all of the time. What you would refer to as a variable stage compressor or a variable speed compressor. That's what this unit has. That's a really great thing when you're looking at off-grid or solar use. That's very important because when a compressor kicks on, you have a surge current or a spike current that hits when that compressor kicks on. That's one of the reasons that a smaller generator cannot run a RV's rooftop air conditioner. They usually have a product called an easy start capacitor that is installed on those units. You completely get around that using one of these units. If you're wanting to run it off-grid, you don't have to worry about exceeding your inverter current. You don't have to worry about hitting your battery really hard. You also don't have to worry about hitting your generator very hard if you happen to be running this off of a generator. This air conditioner, on maximum cooling, the lowest temperature, the maximum output we're going to pull off of this unit is going to be 1200 watts. The highest I've been able to get out of it is 1190. So if you're running this through an inverter off of a DC power source, you're pulling right shy of 100 amps. Our battery has a 100 amp BMS. I have never tripped the BMS in that battery using this unit. If you're using the dehumidifying function, it uses no more than 600 watts. So if you're looking for an energy efficient way to cool, running the dry function on this is actually a really great way to do that. You never exceed 600 watts and you're able to run it as cold as you would like. The only disadvantage is that your fan's going to be on a lower speed. All right, let's give it a run. Alright, so there we go. There's our demonstration of the unit running. One question I've gotten from a lot of people is what is the maintenance temperature once it's gotten your structure cooled down? And that number, depending on a lot of elements, depending on your ambient temperature outside, insulation, roof material, things like that. What are you doing inside your unit. Maintenance draw is about 210 to about 500 watts. And when we use this unit overnight on battery, let's see, it takes about 15 minutes to cool down. And if I have not ran the AC that day, it's about 15 to 20 minutes at a kilowatt. Once it gets down to maintenance temperature, it runs about 15 minutes per hour at about 350 to 450 watts. And that's able to maintain it. And that's holding 72 degrees with an ambient temperature outside of 75. And that's with the insulation that this unit has. You can follow our other videos on the build, and they show a little bit more about the construction of this unit. I think it's a great buy. It cools extremely fast. We didn't even get it to 1200 watts today. And using it overnight, we're also using a total of about, again, depending on all those variables, we're using about 60 amp hours of battery capacity. That's running from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. Also, we showed the temperature. I believe I was able to get it down to 43 degrees. I have gotten it as low as 38. I've shot 38. I think that's about the coldest I've seen it blow air. You can click on the link in the description. I've got a link right there to the Amazon seller that we bought this unit from. Now listen, I use that Samuel L. Jackson, what do they call it? Capital One Smart Shopper. It showed that as the cheapest offer. I tried looking elsewhere to get a better offer. I couldn't find one. So if you click on the description, it'll take you to where we got this unit from. It came in, I think, 2 days. It wasn't damaged. UPS brought it. The guy hated me. It was like 75 pounds. It is definitely a game changer. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the content, click subscribe, turn on notifications. If you have any ideas for anything else that you've seen in any of our other videos on the channel that you'd like a review on, go ahead and let me know. And we'll see you next time. Bye.